In The Guardian, they've got this change of position by Starmer because he now seems to be getting tougher on Gaza.
Thank goodness, at last. Why didn't he say this ages ago? And thanks to the SNP for sort of forcing them into it, I suppose. I'm going to try not to get upset, but last night I was doing a bit of looking at stuff for coming here today, and you can't avoid it. I saw something on Instagram and I then didn't sleep much because it was a little boy in Gaza and these images that we're sorry.
No, I know. Do you know what? I've deliberately stayed away from
children.
it. I know.
And you know, you think about a primary school here. How many kids has a primary school got in it? Like 500. Just obliterated little children. And the world's just letting it happen.
What do you think, Richard?
Look, we all want peace, without question. But the issue is you can only have a sustainable ceasefire that we all want if actually Hamas give the hostages back. That is essential. And then there has to be a proper discussion about who runs Gaza in the future. And if you think that it can still be Hamas, this is never going to change. It's not going to be sustainable.
But Gemma's point is that innocent children die.
We get thousands and thousands, and they've all been now shoved into Rafah. And if that gets bombed, this is a humanitarian crisis. And to criticise Netanyahu and the Israeli government specifically is not anti-Semitic. He is out of control. And you're correct, negotiation needs to happen. And yes, Hamas are terrorists, and yes, what they did is sickening. But they have tried to say, if we make a deal... I think those hostages have been forgotten by Netanyahu. I don't think there's any evidence that he's prioritising getting them back.
Let's see.
Well, let's see, but I think that's the critical thing. What concerns me... I've been and spoken to some of these pro-Palestine marchers, and when I ask them to say, do you condemn Hamas? Do you agree that the hostages should go back? I get shouted at, I get abused, they start ramping up the music. You know, you can only have a sustainable ceasefire that we all want if that changes. There's got to be a change.
11,500 children, 30,000 people killed.
But a one-sided ceasefire is called surrender and nothing will change. We have to get permanent change. We all want that, but the difficulty is how quickly we can get there.
OK, all right. Well, so we can have a look at what Starmer said.
What we all want to see, a return of all the hostages taken on October the 7th, an end to the killing of innocent Palestinians, a huge scaling up of humanitarian relief, and an end to the fighting. Not just for now. An end to the fighting, not just now, not just for a pause, but permanently.
These images that you're seeing, we are letting these people down. Humanity is on the floor. It's disgusting. This little boy, he couldn't even scream. He was in so much pain.
All right. Do you know what? I've deliberately stayed away from social media stuff like that because it's just so...
It's too harrowing, yeah.
Harrowing
but then you know,
I know, but that's wrong. I'm not saying that's a good thing. It's terrible. I've run away from seeing the brutality of it.